Hello and welcome to Poetry Phone. If you are over 40 and bitter, press 1. Living large on the new coast, press 2. If you have recently had a poetry manuscript accepted for publication, press 3 now. Congratulations on your forthcoming book of poetry. If your book is definitely coming out in the fall, press 1. If your book has already been delayed for more than 1 year, but less than 3 years, press 2. If your book has been delayed for more than 3 years, please hold the line and a Poetry Phone representative will be with you shortly. Your book is definitely coming out in the fall. If your book is being published by a loose-knit collective of poets under the influence of marijuana, press 1. If your book is being published by an academic press with a robust lack of marketing, distribution, or relevance, press 2 now. If your book is being published by a collective. If you would like a non-committal blurb from John Ashbery, press 1. If you would like an incomprehensible blurb from one of our Poetry Phone select younger avant-gardists, press the percentage sign on your telephone, then shift coaxial $Q. If you would like a mixture of blurbs reflecting the gender, racial, and ethnic balance of the contemporary poetry field, press the star key. Good choice, Poetry Star. To help us match a balanced set of 3 endorsements, please take a Poetry Star moment to describe your work in 25 words or less. I'm sorry. I did not understand what you said. It is important to be clear about the aims and intentions of your work. Please speak clearly. I'm still having trouble understanding you. If you need help describing your work, press any number from 2 through 9 for a list of alphabetized descriptor words. These words will abecedarian, abject, academic, acerbic. Would you like me to continue? Say yes, or say no if you would like me to move on to... You have requested to move on to the marketing strategies menu. If you would like to see typographical and or formatting errors on every page of your book, press pound if you'll be paying by check, the star key if you'll be paying by credit card. To post an announcement of your book on the Bowery Poetry Club to the Poetic List, press 1 now. To store 800 copies of your book in your coat, closet, or basement storage facility, press 2. This is a credit card only transaction. You have chosen to post an announcement of your book party to the Poetics List. To argue class, press 1. To argue race or gender, press 2. To leave the Poetic List and start a poetry weblog, press 3 now. To become embroiled in a 3-week-long flame war about poetry and ethics, press the pound sign. You have chosen to start a blog. If you would like to receive a Poetry Star email confirmation each time the ill-formed ideas you express on your blog have been ridiculed by others on the web, send an email to tell_me@poetryworld.com with confirm in the subject line. Now get out there, poet, and reach for the stars. That a hamster could be president. Seems crazy, right? That people would elect a hamster. But in a world where disjunctive poetry is the norm, all kinds of weird shit could go down. Bruce. Sandy. The aesthetic turkey lifeboat is hailing over Little Eden tonight, forcing a Lynchian involution into all those Choctaw gelding mechanisms left stranded on this 4th of July. Down in town, the forehead gynecologists full with ellipsoid byproducts so fast vast, so shiny, so pulpit, grandfather twinge. And the wizards play down on Stomach Corridor, pleasure subsection on the boardwalk way past dark. And the boys from the casino dance with their undergraduate masterpiece wallpaper like ghetto sorrow, anachronism along the shore, chasing all them memoir, herpetologist, New York proclamation, air dolphins. Sandy, the preconditioned freeze notebook is rising behind us. The pure lights are racketeer interview, crackpot life forever. Love me tonight, for I may never Arlistizer you again. Hey, Sandy, gambit, straw in group, tentacle upward. Now the pompous Mussolini dwarfs, they tramp the streets or get busted for trying to sleep on the Earth Week biscuit. Them gender negotiants in their spiked high heels. Oh, Sandy, their skins are so wary, compartment sociologist, banana aniseed, and me, I just got tired of hanging in them dusty co-op pajama gorilla nation states, banging them pleasure machines, chasing the factory girls under the banshee Laotian verge critter tongue where they promised to unsnap their jeans. And you know that tilt-a-whirl down on the giveaway sermon spewing shrug globule I got on it last night. And my shirt got planetoid ballistic homecoming footsteps sentinel pulley, and that sausage cockpit kept me spinning. I didn't think I'd ever get off well. Oh, Sandy, your boy's diamond vitamin chambermaid Dasher behind us, running down the beach. At gymnastic dividend, Michelle Sonata, eyebrow trap, tighten with my boss's daughter. Well, he ain't my monkey handicap transom no more, Sandy. And you can see him dressed like bereavement aviator, void description, colored vagabond, meadow, breakup, watershed, battlefield, source, Sputnik, soprano, get a pointy recipe degree, Schweitzer, skyscraper, westward, chord, homeward, microorganism, scapegoat, clump, battalion, megaton, gum, wavelength, badge, tempo, commemorate, gym, belief, technique, parasol, corduroy, anthropologist, and all that cheap little seashore bars, parked making love with their babies out on the Kokomo. Well, the cops finally busted Madame Marie for telling fortunes better than they wahoo ray. This boardwalk life for me is the thermocup, Castrobine, insect, lemon cliff, grab off, flavor, crime, landmark, presupposed pulsation. You know, you ought to quit this synagogue sleeve dinosaur too. Sandy, the aurora is rising behind us. The context, piano, lights are carnival life forever.